Where are you today, Boz?
Dan, I'm in Atlanta City, Atlantic, not in Atlantic City in Jersey, Atlanta, Georgia.
And what are you doing?
I'm actually down here working on a Will Packer project in conjunction with Oprah Winfrey. They've got a new, very drippy series that's about to get started. So today we're doing our first table read. So I'm super excited about that.
How do you remember?
It's called Ambitions.
Ambitions.
Ambitions. Look for it.
What do you remember about
Everybody misbehaves.
What do you remember about that photo shoot for that poster?
It was fun because we had kids in it, and every time you have kids and a photo shoot or anything you work on, there's always that thing that you really weren't counting on, and we had kids trying to line up and stay alert, and one kid's wiping boogers on the kid in front of him, and it's just chaos. And we had a beautiful Playboy bunny that was played Eve, and she was awesome. And it was just a fun, vibrant, colorful photo shoot that John Kostakos had put together. I think it was one of the very most creative ones that he did out of all of them.
But you look back, were you able to handle? I mean, you were a big deal back then. Did it get out of hand?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was like a tornado. I vaguely remember most of any of it. It just was like a freight train that came right through the middle of my consciousness, and I never really got a chance to just center myself and just do what I loved, which was playing football. And that's partly my ownership I have to take because I allowed people around me to take control of certain parts of my life and tell me we're going to do this show, we're going to go over and do this. I was doing the Tonight Show during the middle of the season, which is nobody does stuff like that. But when your agents calling the head coach and then trying to get permission so that you can fly down to L.A. to do the Johnny Carson show, it's like the head coach is probably going, what are you talking about? We're getting ready for the next week. So that's how insane my life was, and I wish I had a little bit more control. And I tell young kids today, this blessing that you have to play pro sports or even college sports is such a small window to just focus solely on what that purpose is, and all the other extra ancillary things. Just block that white noise out and focus on what you're supposed to be doing.
What's the wildest your fame got?
Man, I don't know. I think the infamy part of it was probably that T-shirt down in the Orange Bowl when I, made that statement I shouldn't have made, at least on that stage. I felt betrayed in a certain regard because of the circumstances that led up to that. But pulling into New York to play the Jets and looking on the marquee sign. And it was the Boz versus the Jets, and all the guys in the bus, were looking at me and go, really? We don't even count? I'm going, dude, I put the letters up on the marquee. So, so I felt how out of control it was, and I wish I could have done some things, but partially as part of the things that I was doing, saying the things that I said, but that was kind of what they wanted. They came in and they said, hey, we need an identity up here in Seattle. Nobody even knows we exist. And quite frankly, when they picked me, it's like I had to scratch my head. I said, wait a minute, Washington, they have a football team up there? I didn't even realize that, So, but I've become, a big fan. I watch them. One of my very exclusive teams that I watch in the NFL when I do turn on Sunday, and they're doing pretty well considering they've lost a lot of their players. And we've lost, our great owner. He just passed away. God bless his soul. But it was a blur, and I wish I had more time, and I wish it had lasted longer. And I wasn't smart, and I didn't listen to my body when my body was telling me I'm breaking down. Go get it fixed. I tried to play through the injury and ended up destroying my body.
There's that infamous collision with you and Bo Jackson. When's the last time you crossed paths with Bo Jackson?
Bo and I are actually great friends. We talk quite a bit. We were actually sitting in the car together. We did a Kia commercial a couple of years back. I've gone out and participated in his Bo Bikes Bama, which I highly suggest anybody go out and do. That's such a great cause where you get on a bike and you're either going 30 miles or 65 miles. And of course, I bike all the time, but I said biking in the studio is not the same as biking on a road. So which one do you want to do? 30 or you do the 60? I got to do 60. I can't come all the way in here and do 30. So I did the 60, and my tail felt it for a couple of weeks after, but it was for a great cause. But Bo and I are, we've never been at odds together. I think we highly respect each other as athletes and as humans.
Hey, it's great to talk to you on short notice. Love to have you talk football. Maybe you want to talk acting. I know you're in a movie, What Men Want, that comes out 2019 with Taraji P. Henson. Well, that's big-time stuff there. This is the opposite of the Mel Gibson movie, What Women Want, that came out in 2000.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's from what I understand, it's hysterical. It's very funny. We've got Tracy Morgan in there and some cameos with Shaq and Mark Cuban and Grant Hill, and it's a great cast, and everybody had so much fun on it. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that coming out, and I think it's in February.
Good to check in with you, Boz. Thanks for being available. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. Anytime, brother.
That's Brian Bosworth.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.